Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated Heaven and welcome back to Train Simulator 2015. Today I have a new Chinese train. It's a Chinese high speed. I believe it's called the CRH2A. I'll put a link in the description. I got this from Just Trains recently, so I thought I'd give it a go. I think it only came out a few days ago, or maybe a week ago, something like that. I can't remember exactly. Anyway, let's show you the interior and let's get started before I start showing you the exterior, because I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to show the exterior later. Now the first thing we have to do here is go over here and we need to go to input, like that. Then we go to train number input. This is the D, and let me just check the number. 5171. Okay. 5171. And to confirm, and go back. Now we should now see the train number. Yes, the train number is now here, so that's worked. That's good. Okay, let's open the doors. I believe we can just use the regular door thing. Yeah, we can. And you can see this little sign here is illuminating. That will tell us the doors are open. We also have this over here. This is also saying that the doors are open, I believe. Okay, it's raining, so let's put on the wipers, like so. Okay, so we also have this warning here, so this basically means we need to do the ECB on, the ECB reset, basically the emergency reset thing. Usually when you start you have to use the key first as well, but in this scenario it loads up the train with the key already turned on. Another thing that's really cool is if you go up here, where is it exactly? No, there's some button here, hotkey list, and it will tell you all the hotkeys of the train. I think that's really cool. I really like that. Okay, let's go back. We're a bit late already because I'm doing all the waffling. There we go. Okay, so without further ado, let's try to get started. So I'm just going to use the controls here, the regular ones. Let's take off the brake. Go forward. Obviously the doors have already closed, and off we go. We've got a speed limit of 45. Off we go in a Chinese high-speed train. Yay. Pretty sweet, eh? We are going to have plenty of time. This is a relatively short journey. I believe we can use this constant on. I believe that will help us to regulate the speed, you see, so it will keep it exactly 43.8 now, so that means I don't have to worry about the speed limit, which is kind of cool. It's a very stormy grey day in China. I used to live in China and it can be like this, very grey sometimes. Actually, the area that I lived in China, it was grey quite a lot of the time, to be fair. Let's have a look at this train. Cruising slowly. I believe we're going to get a high speed limit, you know, a higher speed limit soon. I have to say I'm not really impressed with the exterior, to be honest. I thought it would look a bit nicer. The exterior, I think it's because the colour of it is white or something. It kind of looks a bit flat to me, but that might just be me. Anyway, whoa, we have got a speed limit of 160, so let's turn off the constant like that, and we're already speeding up. Let's accelerate. This thing is pretty fast, as you can imagine. It's based on the Japanese high-speed train, bullet train, but I think they recently have been making their own version of it, essentially. I think they started with the bullet train as a basis, and now they're adding all their own stuff to it. The other thing that's really cool is you can see the signalling here. This thing here is telling us the signalling and also the speed limit, and we're speeding. Oh, the speed limit has now gone up to 250. Yeah, so you can see on here, look, the white bar here is the speed limit at the moment. So that's kind of cool, and I believe this is telling us 9,900 to the next speed limit. I think I could be wrong with that actually. But yeah, and you can see the signal is green. That's really handy, right? Whoa, this thing is fair motoring. Fair motoring. Now, after the last video, I did actually, I put this on an SSD, and I have to say, I think it's working a treat. I haven't really noticed any like stuttering or anything. It was a bit of an effort actually, because the size of my installation is like 60 gigabyte right now. Okay, so let's have it on the constant. I know that we're under the speed limit, but I don't want to have to worry about that. Then we can go outside. We've got it's still saying 4.11 kilometers until the next. No, that's a bit weird. Why is it saying 4.11? It doesn't seem to be going down. Did we do something wrong here? That would seem to suggest that we did something wrong. So we're going very fast, but yeah, it still says 4.1. Let's have a look. No? We are heading there. Looks like we are anyway. That's a bit weird. Is that like an error? It's saying the platform is 4.1 still. Anyway, let's have a look at this train. Now, like I said, I think this train looks nice, but somehow I'm not so impressed with the exterior modelling. If you compare with other trains I've seen, I think it's still pretty good, but for a paid DLC, I would say a little bit kind of not perfect, not a little bit chunky looking. It's hard for me to explain. It just doesn't look as smooth as I would have hoped. It is still pretty good. I mean, I would still give it a solid like 7 out of 10. But I've seen some really, really nice looking trains, and I just think this isn't quite up there. Like I said, it might be just because it's a white train. Maybe the whole white train thing might be a reason why. I do like the sign though. You can see here the little illuminated sign that is telling us the number of the train and things like that. I think that's pretty awesome. Okay, let's go. Oh, and there is a cabin, a passenger view, I mean, which I think this is awesome. This looks really nice. This is like one of the nicest passenger cabins that I've seen for a while. Right, now I'm kind of getting a bit worried now, because I'm thinking the platform surely is going to be up soon. Oh, it is now, it is now, it is now. It is now. Okay, that's weird. Okay, turn off the constant. Start slowing down. Yes. I would say some pretty aggressive slowing down is needed, actually. Oops. In fact, I would say we might not even slow down in time. So it's weird, it only started to count down when we got really close to the platform, which is a little bit weird. Anyway, this seems to be the full amount of brake. I could always apply the emergency brake. I don't think we're going to need it actually. I think we'll be okay. Okay. So that was a little bit off putting, that was. I thought the countdown was wrong, or I thought that we were going in the wrong direction. Actually, we've got loads more time. Awesome. Right. Did it make me have emergency? Oh, hang on. Yeah, not the smoothest thing there, is it? But never mind. I haven't really been driving this train that much. There is still a little bit of FPS stuttering, but it's really not that bad. It's much improved with the SSC, really. Like, I feel this is a much smoother experience, which is great. Like, it's hovering somewhere between 25 to 30 FPS most of the time, which is pretty awesome. I am actually speeding, that's why you can hear that funny noise. Yes, I know I'm speeding. Oh, look at this station. Looks very nice. Shut up. It's not really a lot of people. I think that there ought to be a lot more people, you know, it's China. Okay, let's... should be good. Okay, open the doors. Yeah, I don't know what it is, like some of the rounded areas, they don't look rounded enough, and some of the textures on it just don't look as good as I've seen on other trains. I would love to know what you guys think, but that's just my opinion. Oh yeah, the sign is on now. Look, you can see the sign. That is pretty cool, the scrolling sign thing. And like I said, I do really like the passenger cabin. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so then let's take off the brake and let's be off. Now I can see a red light, but I can see in the cabin it says yellow light. So I'm pretty sure this red light is not for me. Although, yeah, I think that's for the other track. Yeah, oh yeah, I can see on the left there's an amber there, so that's my light there. Still raining quite a lot. Okay, so let's just have a look. How many stops? We've only got one more stop. I got a cross. Why did I get a cross? Anyway. Sometimes with these third-party add-ons, you can sometimes have like errors, things like that, when it will say that you didn't do something that you actually did do, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's put the constant on, and let's have a look outside, and let's have a look at the scenery. Now, I believe that I bought this train as a standalone train, but I'm using like the Southern China High-Speed Rail network, which is also a DLC. So I'll put a link in the description for both of those. But if you just want to get the train, then you could, you know, you could buy only the DLC for the train and you can run it in other areas, you know, in other parts of the world. Okay, so our speed, we can actually... Oh, I need to turn off the constant first. Turn off the constant. Okay, let's go here. That's speeding up. Now, so again, the counter is not going to begin until we get to 6 kilometers, and this is the final stop as well, so... ways off the speed limit here. My impression of the interior, like, again, there are some things that should be round that don't look fully round. Some of the textures inside here, they look a little bit flat to me, but on the whole, I'm very, very happy with its interior. It looks very nice. Like you can see, there's a touch screen here. I believe this one here is not used for any interaction, the left one, or I haven't worked out anyway so far. You've got some other controls here. Yeah, so although it is a little bit flat in places, and certainly it's not perfect, you know, I think that they've done a pretty good job. I mean, I would say this is more like an 8 out of 10, this interior. I mean, of course it's amazing, like, driving a high-speed train, and it's interesting driving one from China, but in terms of the modelling itself, I would say I'm not very, very impressed. It's pretty decent, but I'm not like blown away or anything like that. But if the idea of driving a Chinese high-speed train is something that interests you, then of course this would be something that you could buy. I'm certainly going to be having to go with a few more of the scenarios on this. You can't really appreciate the scenery right now because it's kind of very grey looking. But it's amazing, like I would say the SSD, like installing it on the SSD has really helped. I'm hardly, you know, like before when I used to make videos, I used to get loads of like stuttering, and you'd see that it was really ugly, you know, and this has really, really improved it, and it's now really like smooth and everything. It feels really nice to me, really nice. It just adds a lot into the immersion of the game, so I'm certainly going to be keeping it on the SSD. Hopefully it won't get too large, my installation. I might have to take out some of the things. Okay, so we are speeding a little bit. We're still not near the next place. Okay, let's turn on the constant thing. There we go, so we don't have to worry about the speed anymore, that's good. Let's have a look back here. Yay, welcome. Ooh, 242 kilometers an hour. We are fair motoring along, aren't we? Fair motoring along. But again, you can't really appreciate this anyway. It's like so grey outside. So grey. But I am certainly enjoying speeding along. Over here, I believe over here we have the pantograph control and VCB off and on. Emergency brake over here. Like I said earlier, the key is over here as well. Right, are we starting to count down yet? Not yet. We're still quite far away, it seems. really find the camera very exciting either. I wish they had one, like a camera that was at the side as well, from time to time. You know, would make it a bit more interesting. So yeah, I'm certainly not blown away with this as an add-on, but it's pretty fun, and it's interesting to drive a train in China. And like I said, I did buy the South China high-speed rail network add-on thing, so I certainly have a lot of places to explore in China. Oh, we're going through another tunnel. I certainly wouldn't say it's up there as a must-buy DLC in terms of this train. I do have other high-speed Chinese trains, and I think I'm going to do more videos on those as well. I even have a regular, like, intercity Chinese train as well, so I might try and do a video on that as well. All in due course. Tunnel. And another one. I haven't really worked out if there's anything I can actually do with this screen. It just says on it no LKJ signal. It doesn't seem to be anything you can interact with, so I'm not sure about that. I do really wish kilometers would count down further away, because if I don't realise it starts to count down, then I'm gonna, you know, because it takes, obviously it takes a long time for this train to slow down. The one thing that I can look at though is it's saying the estimated time of arrival is 13:06 and it's now 13:01, so you can use that to kind of say that it must be getting not too far away now. I am trying to look at the scenery, it's kind of hard and it's speeding by so fast. It certainly does look pretty cool, but if it really wasn't China, there'd be many more vehicles. It'd be a lot more crowded looking, wouldn't it? Starting to count down. Okay. 1. Turn off constant. Turn off constant. I'm going to apply full brake because I'm going very fast. And what? No, I don't need to apply full brake actually. B6. Let's try B6 for now. We've got 4 kilometers to go. I thought there was somewhere else on one of these other screens that would actually count down how long, but I think it just tells you what the name of the next station is, but it doesn't actually count down. I think we can take off. I was going to say I think we can actually take off a little bit of the brake. What's our speed limit? Still quite high, isn't it? The speed limit. Okay, let's start applying a bit more brake. A lot more brake. This is our final stop. We have an amber light, according to my know, when I had it on a regular hard drive. Okay. Nearly there. Let's go back in the cabin. Yeah, everything looks a bit kind of dead for things that are supposed to be in China, but apart from that, the scenery does look pretty good, doesn't it? Like I say every time, if any of you guys own it, any of this content, I would love to hear what you guys think. It's quite a long station, so I assume we're supposed to go right to the end. Or at least near the end. Okay, so I have got a red light, see, on my indicator in the cabin as well. That's really cool. Okay, so let's just leave it and allow it to slow down naturally. Okay, then we open the doors. Oh no, for some reason the door didn't open. There we go. Maybe that's what happened last time. Maybe I didn't realise that. Maybe that happened last time. So there you go, guys. That is the CRH, I can't remember what it's called, the CRH high-speed Chinese train. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. And of course, as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.